Morning.
Good morning, Neville. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Good. Good. Really quickly, glad you came in. So couple quick updates, right? Vince, just want to give you a heads up. So Vince is getting the journals from everybody. I think
Mhm.
he started collecting them, but he's gonna reach out to everyone to let everyone know to kind of just make the updates that they need to properly,
Mhm.
because no one has their name or anything on either the ROS or the journal. So there's no way of knowing who's who. I know because I can read it and I can tell who it is, but
Mhm.
you need to have like actual documentation on it, right?
Oh.
So you're here, so I'll give you a head start. You're
Mhm.
gonna resubmit them, right? Or at least just re-upload them into your drive, right?
Mhm.
So we has access to them properly. But go back into your ROSs and your journal and just include a screenshot of your um, signature,
Of my what?
of your email signature.
So all right.
Like
So
pull up your journal right now.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. So let's say for week two. Let me go on week two. I got
Hmm.
my name right here.
Right, you did this. Right, you did this. I didn't see this. I don't know if Vince has it or hasn't uploaded the document yet, but for some of you guys, it's not there.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't follow. Let's look at your journal, bro. Right, let's look at your journal real quick
Come
because
back to your journal.
helping the team, yeah, let's look at your journal, yeah.
So I see
Any
like
one of the weeks,
hurting when you when
right?
you're speaking. Sorry.
Say it again.
When you're speaking, it's like it's cutting.
Oh, how about now? Better?
All right. Let me see. So yeah, you just said.
Okay, so you see your journal, how it's set up,
Mm-hmm.
right? So where this is the format it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
right? Not everyone is following the format. So I
Mm-hmm.
want everyone to be on the same page in terms of how, well, because I mean, it's the key accomplishments, like all of these things,
Mm-hmm.
those can change a little bit, but I really mean at the top,
Mm-hmm.
that right there from the after from before week 4, because it says weekly 4, you want to make that just say week 4,
Yeah.
right? Before week 4, that should be the same format for everyone.
Yeah. I understand.
Make sense?
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So what I was saying was that where you have that info right there at the top, you just want to put a screenshot of your and I still want you to do it, even though you wrote it on the side, still do it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because the that I want the your I want the email signature
Mm-hmm.
to serve as your like kind of stamp of like your letterhead,
So you,
your
you,
lab letterhead. Make sense?
yeah, you want me to put it on top?
Yeah, just put it on top because this is going to be saved as a PDF. I'm going to give you the document so you actually have the lab. I could do it.
But
You know what? I could do
oh,
it the other way.
but
Hold on,
but, but
wait, because yeah, because I want to give you guys. I don't want to give you guys something temporary. I want to give you guys something that's like custom to you.
yeah,
But um, and maybe I'll just give you the actual
but
letterhead.
I'm a
Yeah.
bit confused about or I can put the email signature on top. You said
So
at the
no,
bottom.
no, yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
Go to your email.
Okay.
Go to any email that you've sent.
All right.
Your email signature should be in there, right?
Let me see that one. Yeah.
Perfect, right? So from you would just what are you using, Mac or PC?
I'm using my book.
MacBook? Okay, so you know how to take a snippet.
Yeah. Screenshot it.
Okay, so yeah, so just screenshot below chairs.
Okay.
So go right below chairs and go not all the way to where the LinkedIn profile is, the LinkedIn thing is, but
Like this.
uh, I can only see if you're sharing.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Give me 1 second. Um, okay, hold on. Okay, you can see that right now.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Just crop it though.
So
Right.
copy
So
to like
yeah, exactly. Um, not. I'd prefer if it had the in there as well, the website.
Oh, you want? Okay, hold on. Let me do it.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So what about the verbiage below? This information is transcribed.
That's not, yeah, we don't need that. You can move that. Yeah, we don't need that because this is just gonna serve, like I said, as a stamp.
So keep the link lane on, or
No, if the LinkedIn was under the hair, yeah, but it's not. So bring it all the way to the line. Yeah, just about.
that's it.
And then bring the other side just in a little bit too.
Okay,
Perfect. Yeah, okay.
that's it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And just save that. And then that's what you would put on the run on a run of shows and your, yeah.
So let's say like
I'd say you put it on the run of shows because I'm gonna give you something for the actual document letterhead.
so hold on, but let's see that one. Let's do that one first. Like you want me
Okay,
to
let's see
put it
this.
on top of that one, right? On this top right here.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can just try it, make it work.
shrink it up a little bit.
Up, up, yes. Um, should be something like that, right?
Something like that. Yeah, because then it's easy. Because then each of you have your distinct letterhead.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because now at the footer,
Mm-hmm.
you're just gonna have the standard company letterhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I want your headers to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. So now let me go on the one of show. Okay, let's say like there's
Hmm.
something I was doing yesterday. You remember when we met, and then I had to go. I think it was on
Yes.
the 8th. I
Yes.
went and I had to do another log because I didn't know how to put like different hours. Because when I came back, it was 4. I didn't know how to put like 4
Oh,
p.m.
how to add hours
with
to
different
the run of
hours,
show?
like at different hours, because you wanted to continue after 3:35. So you want
Hmm.
like let's say you did 5 minutes, will be 3:40, but I don't have the option
And
to do 4.
got it. So then
In the
that's where you would learn the logic. So you can copy
yeah.
the entire first no, no copy the entire from time,
Uh-huh.
right, all the way over.
So to paste it on that one.
No, you wouldn't have to copy paste it on that one because it was still the eighth, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you would just copy the top and then paste it a few cells below and
Mm-hmm.
make the edits so
Oh,
you
okay.
can then just now follow up with following the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have to edit that one from B6.
Yeah,
Put
but
it
you're
to
gonna have to edit the formulas to make sure that it flows properly. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
makes sense. Definitely.
Perfect.
I work on
Perfect.
it
This way you don't have to get clogged on tabs. If you break time, you just
yeah.
break the time.
So you say for the one of shows, these, I have to put my
Yeah.
signature on them too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you want me to put the signature on top or at the bottom?
No, the bottom's fine. Because remember what the printout looks like,
Mhm.
right? It's the run-of show at the top, and then it's that entire blank page at the bottom, right? Depending on how much time it's been spent on it. So you just put it at the, put it at the bottom, so when it prints out, it
Oh,
looks clean.
um. All right. So let me see real quick. I can't even get the picture. Yeah. I don't know. That's supported. I think it's annoying. All right. So let me try to use Photoshop.
To move the picture,
No, because they don't want to take PNG on on the
Google
Google.
Docs,
Yeah, not docs. Excel file.
Sheets.
Yeah,
Oh, Excel or Google Sheets?
Google
Because Google
Sheets.
Sheets, you can do it.
I
You
can
can
do
do a
PNG
PNG.
because
Absolutely. Go, so, all right. Yeah. All right. So wait. Okay. Um, Open up the spreadsheet a little bit more. You don't really need to, but open it up. All right. All right. So go to insert. Okay. First, click off because right now you're clicked on to that thing,
yeah,
right? So click right, and now go to insert.
insert
Yep. So insert image.
image or image in cell or
Right.
Excel.
Insert over cells.
Yeah,
Yep. And now just add it.
upload. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because I was just trying to import, which is different. Like 3 desktop. Yep. So now I have to shrink it a bit. So how do you want it? Like,
Just make it clean. That's it. Right? Does that make sense?
yeah, it makes sense. Okay. So each of them I should.
This way when it prints out, because now remember how you print, right? All
Mhm.
you do is select what you're gonna
Yeah,
print. You
like
don't need to print the whole sheet, right?
yeah,
Just
I just
highlight from where you want. Yep.
and then
And now put download,
PDF.
put PDF, and then hit select cells. Cool.
So
Does that
each
make
of
sense?
them, yeah, I should like do over each of them.
Every do each one of them do over because none of them have your stamp.
Yeah,
Make sense?
yeah, makes sense.
And that's what the entire team has to do as well.
So
Also, I gave. Hold on a second. Sorry, that's something.
three.
I gave Vince heads up on something,
Mm-hmm.
right? Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I gave Vince a heads up on something because I'm gonna send him something because he has the handbook that he's gonna send to the team,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I gave him a heads up on someone that I spoke to, that's gonna help guys with during the next few weeks, the webinars,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the what was I saying? Something else. It's all right. I'll think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Oh, right. Right. That's right. Going to send you something specifically
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to email each of the interns specifically outside of, I'm going to send a group email and I'm going to send something individually. But for you, the narrative that goes to the schools, professionals, and the educators
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm gonna send you, so then you can then now kind of use that in the conversation
Mm-hmm.
and keep that as where our brand voice and positioning
Mm-hmm.
comes in when it comes time to recruitment
Mm-hmm.
across pods.
Yeah,
Make sense?
makes sense.
So you have a good understanding of what the student offer is from high school to university level,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a great understanding of what the offer is to the professionals that come to either mentor or become instructors.
Yeah, that would be good. So I'm still
right?
working, yeah,
You're still working on what?
on my closing, my intro and outro for the discovery call.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna give you I have another one today, right? So I'm gonna give you access or maybe just invite you and I'll see if I can do this screen share thing properly to have you listen in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's a webinar, like a leadership webinar series that's had, right? And I really want you guys to see
Mm-hmm.
how they do their intro and outro.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very clean. You can see a little stuttering and struggling, but it's still super structured that it doesn't matter. Does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense?
Makes sense.
And that's how I want you guys to follow it. So every week, every time people see know their intro and outro is gonna be brand. It's gonna be the same, right?
Yeah,
With just
yeah,
few little variations because there's obviously gonna be different topics, different
yeah,
speakers.
yeah. I understand.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm gonna start getting those things together. It's a huge data dump
Mm-hmm.
of documents, right? But you know, I think what I need to make clear and kind of bring this to your attention as well, because again, this is something that you're going to be speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunity on the week to week, that shouldn't rephrase it. Yeah, the opportunity on the week to week is not just to lab interns, but to students and young professionals in general, right? Because I'm bringing in more people and into lab just to be lab managers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for the first people coming in, it's students, and the offer that the students have is where I kind of want to highlight right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the internship opportunity should the school have it available, right? If the school doesn't have it available, they can request it, so forth and so on, right? But what the weekly ask is, what the weekly opportunity is, what the weekly benefit is through these discovery calls.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
So you say it's through the discovery call. Is it because the intern is meeting um other professional outside of the network? Cause
So
mm-hmm.
yes, yes, because the discovery calls are what drive the network.
Okay,
Make sense?
makes sense.
So just remember the order of operations, right?
Mm-hmm.
You as a student connect with the professional. That professional, you then interview that professional and through a discovery call, right? The lab process of the discovery call, that's what the lab members get. Does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like the discovery call happening here in your office in the frame with Google Meet being recorded and so forth and so on, all of these things connected,
Mm-hmm.
that's the discovery call.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a phone call or a Google Meet. Like it has to be done with the content streamed, everything that it's supposed to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Because we have to be able to provide each one of our people that we interview the same output.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
So the opportunity for that, just that alone, extends outside of um, lab interns, right? It extends outside of school offering internship credit.
Mm-hmm.
You can extend that to anyone that's
Mm-hmm.
interested in doing it.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
And if their only ask on a week to week basis is to host discovery calls and one of those discovery calls converts to an attendee or guest speaker, they would have fulfilled their task for that week, their bare minimum. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And for that bare minimum, lab then gives, rather than compensation, we give credits and reimbursement
Mm-hmm.
because we're showing you all of the P&Ls, we're showing you all of the process, the platforms. So we'll give credit and reimbursement to the programs and platforms that you use your lab email to register with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to use your lab email for calendar, you're going to use your lab email for LinkedIn, you're going to use your lab email for Adobe, you're going to use your and these are all the things that these two calls per week These discovery calls per week gets paid for you. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
And as you progress, meaning as you do more, when you do more, how much lab provides to you on a month to month, week to week increases as well. Does that make sense? And that's another thing that I'm going to send to you so you know what everybody's task is on a week to week. The core intern team just has to make sure that these webinars are running properly. But everyone as a whole just needs to make sure that the webinars are filled properly. Because attendees are going to come, right? Attendees come because social media and then we'll just click a link and go, right? But where we really get progress is when the professionals that show up are professional and they have impactful information, and they reach out to their own network to show up to receive that impactful information. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Because then they now get exposed to all lab does, and they can then now choose where they want to go. As simple as that.
Yeah, makes sense. And if I can recall correctly, so when we are doing the discovery call with a professional, so we only we send the offer after on the email, right? For a discovery call, not discovery call, for the webinars that we are doing.
Correct. Because so after the discovery call, the email that you send.
You're cutting. If you can hear me, you're cutting.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay.
So after the discovery call, the email that you send them, it has the summary and the insights of the discovery call, because again, you would have had it recorded, so AI gives you the right, and it invites them to register for an upcoming webinar. That's it.
Okay.
To an upcoming webinar that you're co-hosting.
Okay.
Right? That part you need to put in here, like, come see what I do, come to the next webinar that me and my team are hosting. Right?
Okay, I understand.
And then that link brings them right to the success workshop, the registration, and they'll be able to select whether they're a guest, the guest speaker, and everything we went over. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand now. So we don't. It's not something we're going to say like directly.
You don't have to, right? The whole point is learning. Like, and I have something to say. Like, you learn more by the more conversations you have, right? Yeah. Like, you'll learn where and when to say something when the opportunity presents itself, and where and when to not say something because it hasn't.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You want to make sure anyone you engage with leaves that conversation feeling fulfilled, yet unsatisfied. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And not unsatisfied because there was dissatisfaction, unsatisfied because they're looking for that next engagement.
Yeah.
Right? You want them excited for whatever that call to action is going to be.
Makes sense. I got it.
So all of what I'm doing right now and all of what I'm organizing right now and showing you right now is how to make sure that you keep yourself organized in the best way possible, so you can scale when a lot of people are interested in what you do.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
The worst thing to happen is a lot of people find out you're good at something and you get 1,000 orders and you don't have the capacity to fill 5.
Yeah, that would be like,
who's gonna make another order? You may get paid, but the reputation is not gonna be good when 4 out of 1,000 got what they want.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Now you understand why I've scaled it back on the programming side, because from face value, every educator, every school, every district wants what lab offers. But if we don't have the process and to make sure our program operates at the highest fidelity every time, we're not going to get more offers the
Mhm.
moment we get paid the first time. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Makes
I need to make sure that everything activates with that same high fidelity and process.
Mhm.
And that's why I teach you guys the things that I teach you guys, because the things that I'm looking for, the growth that I'm looking for, is I want your passion to continue to drive you to support lab simply because it's supporting you.
Mhm. Makes
Make
sense.
sense?
Uh-huh.
Like when you leave lab, when you're done with this semester, right? You
Mhm.
would have amassed a list of programs that you now know, platforms that you now have access to,
Mhm.
people that you now have access to, and resources that you can use to monetize,
Yeah.
right? And
Mhm.
all you need to do to keep your lab email is make sure that you have 2 discovery calls, and one of those discovery calls turns to a speaker or guest.
Mm. I see.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
That's the biggest difference. Anyone else coming in, they have to pay that $10 or $5 or $50 or $25 a week
Mhm.
membership fee. But interns don't, because they came in from the school. So that side of it gets waived. And
Mhm.
then they get access to all of the programming once they complete the internship.
Yeah,
Does
that's
that make sense?
that's very interesting. Yeah.
And now you have a better understanding why I keep making sure that you guys understand your individual costs,
Mhm.
because it's those individual things. Like I used the analogy the other day in terms of, like, 101 employees and only one employee needs something, but now I got to spend another $900
Yeah, just
to get
for
the other employee for
yeah,
one seat, right?
it doesn't.
So it doesn't make sense,
Mhm.
right? So what I've done to make sure that I can extend everyone exactly what they need is I just give them a lab email and let them register for these platforms themselves.
Mhm.
This way, if they need something to upgrade, we can just give them the credit or reimburse them for it
Mhm.
because it's their lab email. So
Mhm.
it's an easy payroll to their lab email.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
makes sense.
And the work that they're doing every week includes their invite code. So it's easy to see whether or not they're doing anything.
Yeah, yeah. So you can check it out.
You understand what I'm saying
Yeah, I
now?
understand. It's like everything is well planned, and
Listen, I'm going to tell you a secret. It's
Mm,
not even a secret. If more than one person know it, it's not a
mm,
secret. Right? So I'm going to just tell you something, right? Many, 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 many moons ago, I went into a room and people were like, "Oh, well, what do you do? What are you gonna do? Let's see." Like, I'm young in entrepreneur mode. I'm like, "All right, I just finished my business plan, got it reviewed. I got so many things going on." I'm like, "I'm gonna launch 3 companies simultaneously to get on the cover of Forbes." They laughed. They laughed.
mm,
They're like, "What? What? What? Like what?" All right, because I understood something back then. I understood that in doing my research, and this is where AI kind of takes things away from people, but also adds, right? If you're
mhm,
smart. In doing my research, I realized what a company was.
mhm,
It's a domain name with an idea. That's it. It's a domain name with an idea. You get a nice idea, you
mhm,
put a nice name to it, you then get a domain name, and the business builds itself from there. Not literally, but for the most part, right?
mhm.
For the most part. So if a business is really just a campaign, then you can launch multiple campaigns simultaneously, can you not? You can launch multiple domains simultaneously as long as you're launching to different audiences at the same time. If all those audiences then come to the same door to purchase something, what do you mean? You
Uh,
understand what I'm saying? So it was simple in my head, but making that clear to others, there was a lot of technologies that I had included that were still so far beyond the common realm of understanding.
mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're laughing because you have similar experience.
Oh, I did a little company actually. My
You
first
do,
startup,
right?
yeah, my first startup was like when I was 17, and after my robotic competition, I had some a few tech competition international, and then I was like,
Nice.
then I said that let's do my first startup. Me and my friends, we did our first startup. It was robotic startup. Then we moved to a game startup. We did a game startup.
Oh,
Then
nice.
then we left, and then I left too. So I did another company. I went to study after that. I went to study. I wanted to have all the skills someone can have to make a company run. And I did like law, finance, all these things to learn branding. And then I came back, I made a company. I opened like two big company. And these now when I came to the US, then I was like, all right, so there's another company. I was looking for a job though in photography. I couldn't find a job in photography. All right, I said like, all right, if that, I'll make my own company, and then I'll make another company. And
That's how it works.
definitely, if I can't find a job, I'll make a company for it. So
That's how it works. Okay. So then that's then that's exactly how I felt, right? Like I wanted to be in marketing and I was just like, why don't I just start a marketing company?
yeah.
Like, why am I going to give away all my ideas for years and years on end for other people to get credit and paid for it immensely?
Yep.
And I get maybe a lunch out of it. I'll just start my own company,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You got your
right?
idea. Yeah, you get your system and you do your
So
thing.
I'm giving you insight into a lot of things, right? Like,
Mhm.
so because and I'm gonna, again, I think over this course of the semester, we're gonna enjoy a lot of what we do,
Mhm.
right? Because if what you're telling me is the case, what I've built here is that platform to show people how to build a company, operate.
Say it again. It was creating auto handle the company.
No, no part. Not just how to build a company,
Mhm.
but how to operate.
Yeah.
Because you need people and processes to operate
Yeah.
any company,
I agree.
right? And I want to position lab as a place where anyone that's gone through that first semester,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
and then went into their second semester and completed that
Mhm.
is now positioned to, at bare minimum, start a chapter.
Mhm.
Because a chapter they'll have to create where they create we talk show them how to create the business so then we can actually pay them properly on the programs that they help activate. So
Yeah.
if we get a 25K program because they went into a school and did that, we're paying their business, we're subcontracting their business to do
Mm.
that program. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that makes sense. That's interesting. Yeah. And
That's why I say we now give back to the students. And I can't say all of these things face value or for front facing
Mhm.
because I can't give away all of what we do and what's holding us as a that differentiator.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But now once you've completed your semester and now you have all these resources at your disposal, right? You have all these webinars and contacts and so forth at your disposal, all these schools that you've worked on programs with because you've either staffed people there or went there yourself,
Mhm.
right? You now have the opportunity to continue doing that exact same thing with either a new set of interns or the ones you're working with
Mhm.
to now get your business paid on the contracts you land.
Yeah. It's like you have a company inside a company.
Exactly. And as you go and grow, the percentages get higher as your team grows, your chapter grows.
Mhm.
To you get a lodge where it grows at its highest, and at that point, now you get a second business, which is a different business, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and then you just start sponsoring other teams, campaigns, make money and build. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be other teams at other schools and other states, and you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now you've built yourself into a place where not only do you understand the process, you can be that executive director, you can be that executive mentor and help everyone in there because you've gone through every level.
Yeah. I like the idea.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
And what's going to take this full circle right back in. The way that I've built this, Alex, is not to take you years. I've built this so you can get this done in 13 weeks, 65 business days.
What?
The first 13 weeks, you have to be a junior director. Like you don't get to do Vince level stuff until you finish your first season. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
I
But
understand.
once you reach Vince's level, you can go from starting chapter director all the way to executive director because you had more schools to campaigns pick up. You had more partners come to webinar to hospitals and schools. You had more speakers come that turned things into business. You had more educators show up that picked up more programming. You had more students hired that went to more schools
Mm-hmm.
to pick up more programming, and you had more people in general, students that came in to just enjoy the benefits of lab services, and they've brought them bringing in people that are getting contracts to bring more money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
All
understand.
of these things happening simultaneously now because you made what, a few phone calls every week, scheduled people to come show up at a place that you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Small little things will make a really, really big difference. So that's why I'm putting everything in the way that it is right now. So we have our system stapled.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone else coming in follows that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like the process, everything, you know.
Exactly. Because I said to Vince, I was like, look, uh, I would much rather hire someone that I would much rather work with someone that helped me build than hire someone that's done it already.
Why?
The person that's done it already, you don't know them.
Uh-huh.
You don't know if they're doing it for money. You don't know if they're phenomenal at what they do or if they're
Yeah.
just good at what they do or they
Yeah.
just talk about what they do. You
Yeah.
don't know anything,
The difference.
right? All you know is they said they could do something and you should pay them X amount for it. You don't get to know whether or not they're
You can do it.
FOS
Mm-hmm.
until what you paid for is done.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
If you built something with someone, you didn't pay them, you built it with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were passionate about what they did and they did it well.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay that person hands over fist before I take a risk on someone that's like, yeah, I can do it for you. Sure, sure, no problem.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It makes sense.
You understand what I'm saying?
But also the process of training this person is more too, right?
It's far more. It's far more.
And takes more
It's
energy.
far, it's
Yeah.
far, far, far more, which is why, again, I prefer to work with interns in doing this because look at this same process. If I'm now training professionals who know everything about everything
Be
to
hard.
do exactly what I'm saying in the way that I'm saying to do it,
Yeah.
I have to have a bunch of pushback, a bunch of collaboration, communication, and understandings on where, why, and how to approach this and how to approach that, and why this needs to be put. Why?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I've dealt and I've had to put these same professionals now in front of interns, and they're giving them bad directions.
Yeah.
They don't know what the hell they're talking about. It
Yeah.
makes me look bad. It makes lab look bad. So I was like, no, let's stop this right now. Let's stop this right now. I'm going to scale this back properly so it gets put forward properly. And to be put forward properly, you guys have to know what you're talking about so
Mhm.
then they understand what's going on because they're coming in to participate, not take over.
Mhm.
Understand what I'm saying?
I understand participate.
None of them outside, unless you interview somebody from Frame, are gonna know how to operate the discovery calls, and no one from Frame has the leadership doctrine, so they're not gonna know how to operate the discovery calls. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So the level of confidence that I'm trying to instill in you guys is because I'm giving you something to practice consistently, where you know others don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have confidence when they're lost or confused and they're aggressive in their lost or confusion
Mm-hmm.
because you know for real, yeah, you're I can see you're upset, but you just need to turn your microphone on.
Me?
You understand? No, not you. I'm saying in
Oh,
general. Like
okay.
when you're realizing, like, because people are like, remember I was on the, when I think you, no, it was with Vince.
Yeah.
Was I with you or, but either way, I was on the phone with someone and they were like, well, no, that's not working. I don't see that. Like, it's not there. And I'm like, no, it's there. Just hold on one second. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, you see where that is? Click that. Oh, okay. But then the site's not working. Well, just make sure that you spelled it properly.
And
Right? You don't get that kind of calm in a response
Mhm.
if you haven't first had to deal with someone irate that's wrong.
Yeah, and this is not easy to do, right? To deal
No,
with.
not at all. Not at all.
And,
It takes a ton of practice.
and
So,
yeah,
go ahead.
I see you doing it. I see you do it. Even in emails, I can feel the tension sometimes, and I see you like doing everything calm and not
Yeah,
get pissed
just
off. Even with questions, I see you answering questions, and I'm like, dude, come on. uh,
no, because you can't, and like it's if you're passionate about what you do, you have more patience in those looking to learn.
mm.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
I'm passionate about what I do. I
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Like I said to Vince, like, you're going to have pushback on some things, but you have to be confident because at the end of the day, you wrote it.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, you built it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for someone else to tell you something about it that you don't know about it unless you miss something completely from it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You can, but you should still have confidence in what you did because you did it.
Yeah. You did
You
it.
have to know that if in a right,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say it's 10 chapters,
Mm-hmm.
right? Someone comes in, they read the first 3 chapters, and they're like, well, I don't think you should have this here because you should do this and that, and they're telling you to make edits
Yeah.
in chapter 3, having no idea chapter 4, 6, and 10
Oh, yeah.
super solidify 3.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah. It
sense?
makes sense. That makes sense.
And there's many people that will never read the rest of that book, but go on confident, convinced, and irate that they're right, that 3 is off. I
Oh.
read something. Yeah, you did, but you read like, 2 paragraphs of a 8-page article. What do you mean?
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the psychology of people, and that's what I try. Again, another thing that I try to make sure that this kind of helps instill, because no matter what industry you're in, no matter what role or position you're going to play, you still have to deal with people,
Yeah.
right? And the only way you're going to understand how to better deal with people is if you've engaged with them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So have conversations, attend engagements. I'll say, let me rephrase. Have conversations, learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Attend engagements, learn more,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then connect what you learn to provide value,
Mm-hmm.
strategic value to anyone
Mm-hmm.
that can benefit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And
That's it.
mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You're going to say
I
something.
would say the higher you want to go, so the more you have to deal with people and solve technical things.
That's it. The higher up you want to go,
Mhm.
the more people have to see that you're a problem solver,
Yeah.
that you help simplify things.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So part of this is, and which is again, something I'm going to shoot over to you. And
Mm-hmm.
I let the first few weeks go all the time to let you guys figure out how to do things on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes time to, okay, I got to launch what I got to launch,
You launch it.
I launch it,
Yeah.
right?
I
I
feel.
show you now what needs to be done on the fly. Like if you haven't caught up by now, then catch up or it's gone because it's going to keep going. That
Yeah.
makes sense?
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk more money coming in because someone didn't do their email signature properly.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And then after you be like, yeah, this thing is launched already. Like this is moving because I was looking at not your Instagram, I was LinkedIn, and I see the new post. You got pictures right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You used to start putting picture on the post. I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
things are moving better now. That's good. That's good.
Because it's all about engagement. People
Yeah.
see little by little, and as they see more, they're like, oh, 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 wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, we have content for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I can put up a picture today that people will be like, holy wow, they did that.
Mm-hmm. But
Doesn't matter when we did it.
yeah, definitely, I agree.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. And that's what I'm trying to make sure, kind of again, keep saying that, make
Mm-hmm.
sure what gets kind of reinstilled. So I don't want to over speak on too much. I think I kind of covered a lot of things. You understand a lot of what I'm talking about, right? Where and what's needed. Um, so we'll make sure that that happens properly. And just one more thing, right? So what I'm doing with these
Mm-hmm.
journals
This what?
is the
Journal?
same thing. Yeah, what I'm doing with the journals is the same thing that I did with Vince, right? It's the same thing I do every year. It just gets a little bit better because AI advances a bit every time. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
your journals, why your journals are so important
Mm-hmm.
from week one to now, why your daily run of shows are so important,
Mm-hmm.
why your video clips are so important
Mm-hmm.
is because I take that content and I map it to the lab campaign
Mm-hmm.
and to what your initial goals were and objectives were.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see where you are on that progression because based on what you told me in the very beginning, there was a timeline and milestones that you were supposed to reach by certain times based on the task that we put in front of you. Does that
Mm-hmm.
make sense? So your journals now tell me where you are on that timeline, whether you're behind, ahead, or right on schedule.
So you see, I put a timeline before, right?
Mhm.
Oh, a timeline on what? For lab or for
Oh,
myself?
no. So let me say that clearly. So my apologies.
Mm.
When you guys start as interns, I ask you those questions about your what do you want to do when you graduate? What do you want
Oh,
5 years
yeah,
after you
definitely.
graduate? Right, all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I build out your semester, your semester task, like your campaign,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it fits in and aligns with what your mission is,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Your journals. So what I do is I put that into the AI and I map out what your task should be
Mm-hmm.
so they align perfectly with lab's campaign goals.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Makes sense.
And then halfway through, maybe a little bit less than halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take your journals and then I upload them again
Mm-hmm.
to see where you are in that process.
Mm.
Because now then I can give each of you an individual feedback report on what you were supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do, what you were supposed to do, what you did do.
Mm-hmm. I
Does that make
see.
sense?
Yeah, I see.
Which then now allows you to have a better insight and understanding on what you can do
Mm.
better moving forward.
Yeah. So I have another question. I was like, you were working on. I know the term on my side, but you say it another way. I know it's IAM for me. It's like identity and access management.
Mhm.
So you were working on that. Or is that moving now? So giving everybody the right access with the right resources. This is the way I should put it.
It's going along pretty well. It's again, it comes down to like I said, the documents that are shared with you guys, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share the document library with you, and they're all gonna be viewed
Mm-hmm.
with restricted access to continue to view more.
Okay,
Make sense?
makes sense.
So then that's what's going to be the marker for who has access to what.
Okay.
So, because the handbook that Vince is going to share with everyone is going to have a similar format where there's going to be links in that book that you're going to need to click to request access for,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And he's going to have those notifications on who has access, who has not has access, what level of access, so forth and so on. Make
Mm-hmm.
sense?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And the documents that you guys get, there's going to be folders that each of you create for your particular role
Mm-hmm.
that fall within the operations of that role.
Mm-hmm.
Not just things that you create, but things you'll have access
Mm-hmm.
to view and edit and give access to those who need it. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So we're giving you little bits and pieces of responsibility so you now have a better understanding on what the overall of running the business looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I organize it in the way that I organize it is because I can do something for you guys that 90% of businesses don't and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't allow you to really get access to the back end systems because
Mm-hmm.
they can't give you access to client data.
Yeah, they can definitely. And I was thinking about it when I was doing my. That's why I asked Vince. We have access to all this information, document people who's doing this, who's doing what. Um, like these are confidential information.
Yes.
Yes.
And because you guys have because you guys are with the school, you guys have your non-disclosure agreement. We have one with the school and confidentiality, and we have one with each of you once you filled out the application to
Mm-hmm.
be here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we can give you access to these things, and you have access to them, but you have access to them through your lab email. Make
Mm-hmm.
sense? So that's that first layer of security that we extend.
Okay, that's good. That's very good.
Right? And then the things that you do get access to, you still have to request access to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that request log is what, again, you as IT understand needs to be managed
Yeah.
because it's how we now make sure things follow, right? So, like, let's look at it from just a manager's point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a team of them documents for the campaign coming up next week, Monday,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're meeting with them at 12 o'clock to make sure everybody's on the same page with what they need, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gave them all access, you gave them all the link to the document on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
right? On Friday now, 12 o'clock, you're about to have the meeting with them, and you've at it's 10 minutes beforehand, you're in the meeting early, a few people show up already, right? And you're like, okay, has everyone read the documents? And everyone, everyone's like, yeah, I read it. Yeah, I read it. Okay, yeah, I read it. No, I haven't read it. And but for the most part, everyone says they read it, right?
Mm-hmm.
No problem. You then meeting now starts, and you open up your screen share, and you show the notification window, and you show the share window of who has access to the document.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone that said, yes, I read it, if their name's not there, where'd you read it?
Yeah. There's no way for you to read it in that case.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It immediately puts you in a position to not let anybody that's there waste your time for the rest of that time or ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
That's why things are done the way that they're done in the way that we do them, because we want to get these perspectives clear very, very, very early.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Let everybody that comes in know we know.
You already know. Yeah.
Don't come here to waste your time or our time, because we know.
So
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you only get that through experience, and why I'm able to say I'd rather hire someone I work with, I build with, than someone that just
Yeah.
says they can do what they do. Because I've had people that, you got to pay me 6 figures for this, that, and that. Okay, I've given you paperwork to review, so then we can now approach and do what we need to do, because the deadline for activation is here. And you're telling me, yeah, I looked at it and I got a couple questions. All right, great, no problem. When did you look at it? Oh, I looked at it a few days ago. I was like, okay, great. Where? I'm the only one that has access to the document, and I shared it with you. You didn't ask me for access to it, so how'd you get it? But yet you want an advance on your payment? Hey, get the F off my phone.
You have people did that to you sometimes?
Of course, I'm speaking to you from experience, Alex.
Oh gosh.
Because people will pull shit over you if they feel they can. So you have to be diligent in ensuring they know it's respect right away or go another way.
So in that case, do you fire people too sometimes for
100%. How many times do you need to lie to me before I'm like, yo, this isn't working out?
Yeah, like the first one, since the first one for me, the person is out.
And that's what you guys have to learn as well, because you're going to be working with your interns. You're going to be working with your team. You can't fire them, right? But you can have your shit where you catch them whether or not they're lying. Like, yo, don't do that. It just makes you all better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because at the bare minimum, you leave lab with a little bit of fear that you never know if somebody really knows. So let's not bullshit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Because it's so tricky outside, like, doing business. Like people lying every day just to get what they need, trying to BS everybody.
Every day, man, every day. Listen, so one of the things that you guys don't know is like when you're reaching out to people to, look at your resume, and you're reaching out to jobs because, when they want to look at your portfolio, you're sharing your Word document. You're sharing your, so many times they're sharing a Word document that can be edited. You got to be careful. You share a document with someone that can edit it, and they can edit it, save it, resend it, and now there's information out there that's not about you, but you did it.
Oh, so you don't share the Word document. That's what you mean, right?
I don't. If I share a Word document, I make sure it's view access only.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to pay attention to these things.
Yeah.
Because you can't be mad at someone taking your information if you gave it to them.
Yeah.
And then you gave them the right to edit it and leave your name on it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the things that we try to ensure that we teach, because it just makes it make sense.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and that there's so much to learn, you see.
There is, but again, little by little, piece by piece. That's the goal, right? So, let me let you get to that. I will. Any other questions?
No. That's it.
All right, cool. So I will get you, like I said, and I've been promising it to you. There's again, quite a lot. So I don't want to just throw things on you, but kind of review, get an understanding, help your team. See how much cleaner this looks?
With this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks better. And after the export, let me show you. Let's say for this,
Look at that.
It looks nice, right?
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Looks nice. Go to your journal. It looks nice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Because and then I'll leave it on this because I gotta jump. What I'm looking for is that lab logo. When you see it on someone's LinkedIn or their resume, immediately it's a stamp of approval that person is a qualified professional in whatever it is that they say they do.
Yeah, I like that.
Because lab makes sure that there's literally content. You can click a link to see them do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that.
Make sense?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So our growth our upcoming growth can be immense as long as we stick to these things. And I'm going to tell you one little, again, it's not a secret if more than 2 people know it, right? But you will be one of 3 that know what I'm about to say, right? So the incentive that I put out there for lab members, right, where we give credit and reimbursement for the programs that they use, right? It's the professional programs that they use, and we outline what those are so they understand how to actually, what a difference between a 1099 and a W-2 is. So 1099, they understand that these programs are now things that are business expenses that they can write off, from entertainment, travel to, their job form, right? To gym memberships, right? Okay, and all they have to do is complete that weekly task of ensuring they have that minimum 2 to 3, right? For leaders, managers, directors, those that go chapter director, executive director, so forth and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The junior directors that are under you, you still have to make sure that you do your weekly minimums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your personal weekly minimums, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that are under you, that are in your pod, that are on your team, so forth and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their their calls, their points count as half a point for you.
Mm. Yeah, that's
Does that make sense?
makes sense.
So you can be a manager just doing 2 calls a week, have one person come across, and you have a team of 5 people that are doing their bare minimum of 2 calls a week, which puts you at your minimum of 5 to ensure you're now getting $900 a month
Yeah,
in reimbursement.
yeah, yeah. I
You
see.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I understand. You have to get the team is working, and you know, I think that's why usually managers are like, the team is working,
The
and
team is working, everything
you're
is great.
you're working too. You make sure that the team is working.
Exactly, because you have to have your individual input. And
Yeah.
I built it in that way. So you need to do those bare minimums in order to keep your lab email.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't do your bare minimum, your team's doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
You don't do your bare minimum, are you going to lose that opportunity to get $900 to pay for expenses you don't want to pay for because you
Def-
didn't? Are you serious?
Definitely nah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to be practice value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can leave it at that. So like I said, so that's a little thing that now you know
Yeah.
where there's that incentive where I said, I'm looking for you to know these people for the rest of your lives. Because given these as benefits, why would you leave?
Like you get all these things. That's what I mean. And you're learning. Yeah,
And all you need to do to get more is just sign up, use your lab email to sign up for it.
that's it. Oh, yeah, that's a big thing you're working on right now.
Right? So, and I haven't even dove into what I really mean in terms of UEF
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
how that breaks up into chapters and pods because the UEF is what we give to the universities so then they can go back. I'll explain that later. That's a
yeah,
whole nother realm.
yeah, yeah,
Whole nother realm. But still very much in line because it's in your pod.
yeah.
UEF and Kidlightenment come from your pod, the education pod. So you're gonna have to know those and understand those very well, but you'll have more understanding in the documentation that gets shared. Cool?
Yeah, sure, yeah, sure. I can't wait. I can't wait because every week when I log in, the first thing I do every time I log in, check my email, if I can see the document on my Slack. You can see that on my log, so this is the first thing I do.
I do. I do. So all right, good.
All right,
I'm good. I'm good.
all right,
I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, we'll talk.
all right.
Cool?
Yeah,
All right,
talk to
later.
you later.
No problem. Hey, Alex, I forgot one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been struggling. I forgot this is my main point too. Um, doodle.com.
Doodles.
Doodle. DOODLE.com. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Never sacrifice your personal development, your personal growth
Mm-hmm.
because of delays in a collaborative project.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, like say more, yeah.
Force yourself to be delayed because you didn't personally look for a solution.
Okay.
You guys have been trying to coordinate each other's schedule to find when we can be
Mm-hmm.
have webinars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just gave you a platform to help do that.
So meet your partner in time. All right.
I need you to just look at this website, look at their option, look at their program, look at their product, look at their services,
Mm-hmm.
and remember what this internship provides you: a chance to engage with different professionals in different industries, learn where their pain points are, and then research solutions.
Mm-hmm. Solution.
Because you can provide a solution to someone that has a pain point across their company, they're going to pay you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you see what these discovery calls are for? You find out what they do, you find out what they do, you find out more things about them, you bring them to a webinar, and they showcase, what they do. They talk about, one or two of the programs or resources that they use and address a pain point that's in there. You research that pain point, find out, okay, you're trying to get your team scheduled and you don't know how to do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have this, there's a program that you just here. Are you kidding me? Are you great? Wait, what? How much? Okay. And now they're stuttering trying to get this done because how many hours and hours and hours of weeks and months they've been struggling to get their team to coordinate every quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one you just sent to me right now is very interesting. The
I
doodle.
know. There's millions of apps out there.
Yeah.
You guys have the opportunity to research them, learn them, and then monetize anyone's ask from them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you know how to do this and someone didn't even know it exists, you think it's worth it to them to pay you to implement it for them?
Definitely. Definitely.
It's free for you to show them where it is, but if they want you to do it,
The implementation too. So
you understand what I'm saying
yeah,
now?
I understand.
This is making a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm out.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
No problem. Later.